Hello and welcome to the new Advanced Jazz and Blues lesson. I'm really excited to be doing this lesson. This is you're going to have a lot of fun with this lesson. If you've wanted to know how to play this sound, just showing you there that nice swinging jazz blues feel, that's what we're going to cover on this lesson. Let me just briefly tell you some of the stuff that we're going to do here in this lesson. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you this song that I wrote, Swingin' Blues, which is a song that I put in the More Adventures in Jazz book. I just changed just a few little notes here and there, so pretty much it's the same song that's found in More Adventures in Jazz. Let me just go ahead through and I'm going to play it along with the band here, and then I'll break it down for you. All right, so now let's start talking about some of these advanced scales that we can use, and I'm going to use exactly the same progression that I did the Swingin' Blues song with. That is progression number 3. Let me just confirm that. I believe it was progression number 3. I want to make sure that's correct. Yes, progression number 3. Let me just go through and play these scales for you. You notice what I did on the sheet here is I wrote out the chord in the left hand, all right, and I wrote out the scale. Most of the scales fit. Just a couple of them, the half-whole diminished scales, leave off the top root because I didn't have enough notes, all right. All right, so first one is, and what you also notice is I did different scales. Like when I had the F7 chord a couple of times, I would put in a different scale because there's normally many different scales that you can use for a chord, all right? This technique is good. It's good to know your chord scale relationship. But more importantly, going back to what I was saying before, you got to use your ears and really understand that you can use any notes that you want. All right, start to think of it more as like outside and inside, tense and not tense, okay? Because if you think just scalar, like, okay, this is the scale I can use, then your playing is going to sound very stiff and just like, okay, well, all right, they're at a dominant 7th chord. Oh, guess what? They're using a Lydian flat 7. I can hear it because they always used a Lydian flat 7, okay? You don't want your playing to sound predictable like that. So the first scale is our Mixolydian scale. The Mixolydian scale is the same thing as the major scale with a flatted 7th. So F Mixolydian is F, G, A, B flat, 4th finger, cross on with the thumb on C, D, E flat, and F. So it gives us our flatted 7th. And same thing for B flat 7. Here's B flat Mixolydian. I use my middle finger on B flat, thumb on C, 2nd finger on D, middle finger on E flat, thumb on F, 2nd on G, middle on A flat, 4th finger on B flat, okay? You know, you can start on the beat. It's kind of a big stretch, so don't worry about doing it in time. And then just start. The scale, the way it's written, you know, I mean, you can do it like this and just move your hand out of the way. Or just do it up an octave. So that's one way, starting on the beat. You can also do it off the beat. That one is a lot easier to be able to do it in time because you're not having to do these big jumps. So if I put the drums on. How about down? So see how I can start to outline the harmony by using these guide tones. Listen to what happens even if I don't use the approaches. 3, 4. All right, so now let me talk about some of these advanced comping techniques. Basically, the main thing that I want you to get out of this chapter is that, okay, I'm doing that rootless voicing in the left hand, but in the right hand I'm playing either fourths or octaves with an added note. All right, that's the three basic things that I'm doing, or triads. I also have a couple of triads in here. So let me go through and I'll just show you some of the stuff that I'm doing here. I'm going to hit the root, I'm going to hit the chord, all right, so you can hear the whole full chord with the bass note. Now, what you're going to notice is that what's written here is it's very basic. It's very just, you know, whole notes and half notes. What you should be doing is, you know,